Hi, welcome back to the Anapact Onboarding Series. In this video, we're going to go through the various ways that you can import contracts into Anapact. So the first one that we're going to cover today is the bulk upload process. This is best used for multiple contracts that you want uploaded all at once. So to do so, we're going to start off inside Anapact on the Manage Contracts page. And you're going to go to the Create New Contract dropdown and select Bulk Contract. So on this page, you want to go to the Upload Documents link right here and select what documents you'd like uploaded together. So here I have 3 employee contracts that I am going to select and open. So as you can see, I selected 3 files. So it has total number of files is 3, and they were all uploaded successfully. So that says 3 as well. Right now, if I decided I no longer wanted any of these contracts, now would be a good time to select the X and remove it from my bulk upload. So since you're uploading these all at the same time and in the same batch, it's important that these are all somewhat related, because they are all going to be under one contract name with their own individual name as well, but they are going to be linked forever. So you don't want to smush random contracts together. So these are all employee offer letters. So I'm going to name them employee offer letters. And then you do need to select a contract type as well. So I'm going to select employment. And then if you scroll down, you'll see there is the option to add metadata. The metadata is going to be applied to all of the contracts you're uploading in this bulk upload. So you want to make sure that the metadata applies to all of these contracts. All right, so when you're ready, you would hit submit. And then you're going to be directed to the Manage Contracts page, specifically the My Bulk Contracts tab. So you'll notice that once you've submitted these contracts, your status will say in progress. The bulk upload does take a minute or 2 to process, so your status will stay in progress until your bulk upload is completed. Once it is completed, you'll receive an email confirmation, and the status will then move to the completed stage. So once you have submitted your contracts, you will see, there, my email just came through that they have been successfully created. So if we refresh, we'll see the status change to completed. Great. And so from here, if I want to look at these contracts, I could hit the I icon and I'll be directed to the View Contract page. And here, if I wanted to view the contracts, I would select View Supporting Documents. From here, I have this drop down where I could select which contract I want to view, and I'm able to view the contract as a PDF in a new window. All right, so one thing that is important to note before we finish up this bulk upload section of this video is that this is primarily used for storing and managing contracts, not e-signature or adding dynamic fields. All right. The next type of contract we're going to discuss is the Import New Contract option. So from the Manage Contracts page, select the Import New Contract button, and you'll be brought to the correct page. So once here, you'll receive this pop-up asking you to browse your computer to select the correct file you'd like to upload. So this is going to be using our OCR capture technology. So as you can see, the contract is importing. We have 3 dots moving up at the top. However, it's not instantaneous. It does take a minute for the OCR capture to scrape your document for the information. So here we go. Looks like it has loaded. So as you can see, the logo at the top is not looking how it did originally, and the formatting is a little bit different. However, we do have a 94% accuracy, and all of the content should still be there and correct. So to save this, you need to add a contract name, and a contract type. You're able to tag metadata. And you're also able to set workflows. One thing, however, with these workflows is that there's not the ability to add dynamic fields. So for example, this would not be a workflow for signature. All right, once you have your document imported and all your metadata tagged, you are able to submit. Once your contract has been submitted, you're brought back to the Manage Contracts page. From here, you'll be able to see your document. You have those options again. You can delete, view, or look at the information. So if we go to the view, which is the eye icon, you'll see we have the ability to view supporting documents, which is where the original PDF document that we uploaded is stored. So you still have a copy of that as well. The next contract type we'll be discussing is the Quick Contract or e-signature tool. So from the Manage Contracts page, select Create New Contract, which has the 3 drop-down options from which you'll select Quick Contract. On the Quick Contract page, you always have to select a name and contract type for your contract. We have the metadata field options as well as the workflow assignee options, which we will use in just a moment. Scrolling down to the contract content section, we want to go ahead and select Import Word/PDF document to browse our computer and select the file that we'd like to upload. Here you'll see your contract has uploaded into this window. So in order to create a workflow to have this employment contract signed, which we'll do down here, we are going to go ahead and create the workflow in the Add Workflow Assignee section. So I'm going to start with the recipient e-signature. And then select the plus button to add my internal signee. Your internal signee should be a drop-down if they are part of your tenancy. And as you can see, their email popped up as well. So from here, we'll go down to the contract content section and select the Add Signature expansion. From here at the top, you'll notice that we have some blue dynamic fields that you're able to drag and drop. So here we have the recipient signature, which we can just drop where we'd like to have the signature end up. You also have date options as well. And if we needed to add anything else, we have a text box option, which if you click on, you can enter whatever value you need. From here, you're able to select OK. And then submit. All right. From here, we are brought back to our Manage Contracts page where you'll see that the status of this contract is action pending. Because as you remember, we just set two actions, two signatures, one internal and one external. So we have the same view contract option as well as the contract info option, but we now have another option called resend contract, where if you select it, you're able to quickly resend the email for your signature. You are able to quickly update the email if necessary as well. If you need to view anything on the contract, always hit that I icon. And here you'll be able to see a little bit more in detail the workflow. So here you'll see that this mail was successfully delivered. If you have some sort of error message, you'll be able to resend, maybe change the email in case you accidentally mistyped it. And then once that first email in the workflow is sent correctly, the second one will automatically send. As the person who created the contract, you saw that I got a system update from the Anapact support email saying that I had one out for signature. You will also get a notification once the contract has been successfully signed as well. The final contract we will be reviewing in this video is how to create a contract from a template that you've previously created. So beginning on the Manage Contracts page, scroll over to Create New Contract and select From Template from the dropdown. Now this page might look pretty familiar. It's very, very similar to the quick contract that we have just reviewed. The only difference is instead of uploading a contract that you're going to maybe add signatures to, this would be you're pulling the contract template that you have previously created to add signatures to, perhaps. So it's very similar. So it's important to note that the contract type determines what templates are available to you. So under this contract type here, I have these two contract templates saved. However, if I go to a different contract type, there might not be any templates saved. So that's very important to know when you are trying to create a contract from a template. Also, contract templates that have not been approved or are in pending or rejected phases will not show up under this dropdown. They must be approved in order to show up. So starting at the top, as always, create a contract name. We have the metadata field section where you're able to add metadata to your contract. This one already has the metadata that is pulled from the contract template. You're always able to add more metadata though. And the workflow assignee that we recently used in the quick document is also available. All right, so this template also has signature sections at the bottom. So very similarly to what we did with the quick document, we're going to do it with this one. We're going to be adding the workflow assignees of the recipient and internal e-signatories. So once again, if you have an internal signatory that is part of your Anapact tenancy, their name and email should auto-populate. All right, so let's scroll down to our contract content section. And if we select on those dynamic fields and just select OK, it will change from the general internal signature to the correct person that you have set up. Any dynamic fields you have set that do not relate to the workflow, you will need to change by hand. So when you select them, you just need to type in the correct information. Select OK.